Hey guys, I'm Tim. Welcome to the MrMaple Show and happy Valentine's Day.
Hey guys, I'm Matt. We've got a great 10 at 10 for you here today. It is the 10 at 10 for Valentine's Day. That's February 14th of 2023. We've got a great lineup for you. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Now, if you're shopping for a late Valentine's gift, you can always check out our gift card section. Those arrive right away via email, and they'll go directly to your email or inbox. You can send them to somebody through email, or you can forward them on. It's a great way to get a last second gift.
And also, our Valentine's Day sale is currently still going. So if you want to take advantage of those savings, it's a great day to do it. It's going to be ending very soon. So do check out our Valentine's Day. We've got a lot of plants that are on sale right now. And this is one of the biggest sales we'll be having before spring.
For sure. A lot of items may even sell out before spring.
Now today is a 10 at 10 on Tuesday. That means we're listing 10 new trees. We're actually listing 20 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're about to talk about 10 of them. If you want the full listing, the full 20, sign up for our weekly emails. You'll be able to preview that before the 10 a.m. listing to prepare which trees you want to buy.
Guys, if you're watching this live, let us know in that live chat where you're watching from today. Shout out to our international community. We can't ship to you guys, but we so appreciate you being part of our community. It's a lot of fun. We love seeing those comments. And if you hadn't caught a live chat, hop in one. They're every single day at 9 a.m. when our videos air, and Sundays at 8 p.m. They're a great way to get involved in the MrMaple community.
So smash that like button, give us a comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it.
All right, guys, let's get it going here. First up on the table,
Acer Mayday, Adrian's Compact. This is a nice red dwarf, a little more upright habit than some of the other red dwarfs with that red amelinum leaf.
Guys, great sizes on these right now in 1 gallons. We're pre-leaf out. Some people get their trees right before they leaf out, and then they say, wow, look how much they've grown, because they will leaf out and put in a ton of growth right as they fill out. Awesome plants, though. This is one I'm a huge fan of. It's got some really unique color patterns to it, and it's a nice compact dwarf.
Yeah, love this plant. Really unusual dwarf. You don't find that often in the nursery trade. Really pretty spectacular plant.
Now this is a great one to pair it with here, Eye Candy. Acer Mayday Eye Candy, always a fan favorite. Check out our recent podcast on the top 50 introductions. There's 2 parts to it by Talon Buchholz. He's the guy who named Eye Candy. Kind of looks like Ramanji, but obviously a play on words, Eye Candy. Gorgeous tree here. Now this was a seedling from Alpenweiss by Bob Baltzer. So it has some of those Alpenweiss-like traits, a really unique color pattern to it.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why Talon Buchholz went through Alpenweiss seedlings, because Bob was such a mentor. He basically learned a lot too from Bob Baltzer. And Bob Baltzer was a good friend of ours as well. I mean, amazing nurseryman, introduced some amazing plants like Nanyat and the Alpenweiss. Eye Candy, this plant just has some amazing pink color in the spring. I mean, some of the most intense pink spring color of any of those Higashiyama styles. Love what this plant does out there in the spring garden. Sometimes a young plant may not show as much variegation on this plant as a plant that's, say, 3 or 4 years old established in the landscape. But once this tree starts showing that pink variegation, it's pretty spectacular.
I really like it once it slows down. You want to leave this one out slowly, and the older growth is often the most colorful.
Next up, we've got Acer Mayday Summer Gold.
Awesome plant. Y'all are going to love this one. You've probably seen it on our website before. Summer Gold is a classic yellow. It is one of the most sun-tolerant yellows. So as far as yellows go that are sure Sawadam influenced, this is one of the highest rated ones for sun. This can handle sun up to zone 8, and awesome smaller golden yellow plant.
I'm accused of loving the color yellow too much. I like to pair Summer Gold with Acer Mayday Summer Gold. No, just playing. Love what Summer Gold does in the landscape and garden. It's a good mid-sized, upright 6 to 8 foot in 10 years for that yellow color. This plant is spectacular. Pair it with anything. The yellows contrast so well with the reds, the conifers, any Japanese maple you can pair this with, because this yellow will bring out that color.
I think Tim likes to pair Summer Gold with Summer Gold. All right, guys, next up here on the table, we've got Red Falcon.
Yeah, Red Falcon. This is a good mid-sized red linear-lobum. So think of a very similar size to something like Acer Mayday Yellow Threads, but with more colors that are brighter, more picked up red.
Yeah, this one's short and dense and a very interesting shape to it. It's going to be another linear-lobum, so check out our What is a Linear-Lobum video. We kind of break that down for you. Basically, their Japanese maples are going to have that more strap-like leaf to them, and I think they make the perfect plants to have an Asian garden feel. You get that full effect of the bamboo without the roots of a bamboo tree and all the beauty of a Japanese maple.
Yeah, and with a tree that's going to get 6 to 7 foot in height by 6 to 7 foot in width in 10 years, this makes a good Japanese maple you can put in a container, you can grow out in the landscape. Really unusual with that nice V shape to it, but some really bamboo-like feel with that strap leaf style leaf. Next up, we've got Acer Mayday.
Oh, nice. Brian, you want this one?
What about you, Wesley? You want this one?
Guys, we're sold out. Sorry. All the Mayday are gone. No, we're actually listing 30 plus Maydays today, so get in line. These sell out quickly. Acer Mayday is always popular. I know Talon's had less stock plants, maybe because these guys bought all of them, but we got all the stock plants we possibly could, and we're upping our production on this one as much as humanly possible. So we have over 20 stock plants now, and we're cutting on them regularly to get these back to you in stock. Guys, conservatively, these won't be on at 10:10. I mean, just so you know.
Probably won't be on at 10:05. So make sure you check out very quickly. It doesn't hold them for you until you complete that checkout process. So make sure you check out very quickly with Mayday. This plant is spectacular. It really gives you some really nice shades of orange to almost blonde color in the early spring. And is one of my favorite, I guess you'd say, like blonde Makawa types.
Yeah, guys, we joke about these selling out quickly, but our goal at MrMaple is always to make things easier for you to get. Tim and I are collectors at heart here at our nursery, and so our goal is to take the coolest things and then get them out to you. And so we're always working to get more of these in stock. I know Mayday, you know, several of these newer Makawa types can be very frustrating because they sell it so quickly, but our goal here is always to get more and to make them more and more available so that it gets easier and easier every single time we offer it.
And we do have more of these growing on for later availability.
This won't be the only time in 2023.
But these are the ones that we saw. I mean, they've already got roots growing out the bottom of the pot. These are ready. And so make sure you check out quickly if you're wanting to purchase them right now. They will sell out really quickly.
Awesome Makawa type. You're going to love this one. Always a fan favorite too. So talking of that one fan favorite to MrMaple fan favorite, next on table we have Acer Palmatum Fountain of Youth. Now this is a unique tree from our Pendulous Treasures collection.
Yeah, it has a heavily cascading habit. It's got a very unique style leaf, almost like a hand style leaf to it. It's one of the few styles that is a weeping style like that Ryusen style, but has a leaf that's more of like a Matsumuri.
Yeah, I think this one almost confuses people some online. People in person that see this one really freak out, especially when you see a nicer staked up one. It is an amazing plant. It has that same shape with Ryusei or Ryusen, but like Tim was saying, with that larger overall leaf. Now this one can actually have a little bit of that pink kind of salmony color in the early spring over top of that too, but really cool. Each little leaf has its own little characteristic going on there, and a much larger style leaf than Ryusen.
Now one of the things I love about this plant too is the fall color. I mean, this fall color has been phenomenal for us.
Probably the best Ryusen style fall color, yeah.
Exactly. Right across from Matt's house, there's a Ryusen over there, and there's also Fountain of Youth. And Fountain of Youth is spectacular. I mean, the fall color on that, it's outstanding.
I have yellows, reds, and oranges all in that one plant.
Yeah, yeah.
Phenomenal colors. Now, guys, I like to stake this one up to about 5 to 6 feet tall and let it cascade down from there. That's one of the best ways to grow this one. You can easily grow it in a hanging basket if you've seen our videos on hanging basket, Japanese maples, or in a big container. But I like to stake it to about 5 to 6 feet in the ground. Just let it weep down from there. This one's gonna have the exact same shape as many of your favorites like, you know, Ryusen or Golden Falls. It's gonna be one of those similar shapes to that with that extremely pendulous habit, and just a fun new spin on it there with the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah, it's a great plant. So next up, we've got Ginkgo biloba Beijing Gold.
Yeah, backed by popular demand. This is always one of our most popular Ginkgo trees. I love Beijing Gold because it doesn't revert. It's one of my favorite variegated ginkgos. You get that yellow flaking variegation. It's almost like a tiger striping in the early spring. I've taken these to garden shows right when they first leaf out, and I've literally had people be confrontational in the booth for the last one. I had like 30 of them. I had a whole side of a table packed with them one time, and when it got down low, it was like, I believe I was here first. It's one that is a showstopper in the early spring especially.
Now, if you give this tree the right lighting, it changes from year to year on the variegation. Sometimes in the early spring, you can get just a bright, bright yellow color across this plant in the early spring that then gets pushed out by the green, and then the white striping starts. And other times that white striping may start right away. During the summer, that white striping happens with the new growth flushes on that. The fall color on this is bright, bright, bright yellow. So you get everything you love about the ginkgos with a stable variegated ginkgo that is really spectacular, really unusual, and really different.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Beijing Gold. It is one of my favorite Ginkgos. We do this one a lot because it's super interesting. Even in the fall, when it gets some of that fall color, you can get a little bit of two-tone color where the variegation's hitting. It's a showstopper for sure, and that's Ginkgo biloba Beijing Gold. So next up on the list, we have Acer palmatum Attraction. Now, this tree is also known by Superbum.
Now, Attraction is a really nice upright red with a more picked up red color. This is a plant that's going to get about 10 to 12 feet in height, by about 10 to 12 foot in width in 10 years. It makes a very good, vigorous, growing mid-sized Japanese maple. It gives you a lot of good red color.
Yeah, we're going to print the tag that says Attraction because Tim likes to call Superbum Superbum. We like Attraction though. It's a gorgeous upright red. I think it's underrated in the trade. It's a beautiful color. It tends to be pretty heat tolerant for us as well. And it fills out nicely. It's not a massive tree. It's kind of like right in that mid-size range for upright reds, and just a gorgeous plant.
So next up, we've got Fagus sylvatica Black Swan.
Guys, this one's a true beauty. You're gonna love this one if you're into the Fagus. This is a really nice one. Smaller overall than some of the bigger uprights. This one tends to be a really, really dark red, almost to a black color is where it gets that Black Swan name. It is one of the darkest, like wine color maroons you'll see in the garden. It's actually a very different shade if you're only familiar with Japanese maples. It's even a little point darker than that. And just a gorgeous plant. This one, I would stake these up to about 5 to 6 feet and just let them do their thing.
Yeah, a little slower growing than cultivars like Purpurea pendula, Black Swan. This plant just really gives you that deeper, darker color black with that heavily cascading habit. I mean, everything's in a name. It's kind of crazy. We've got Black Swan on this. We've also got Red Falcon. We've got colored birds. At least two of our ones on the table today. But this is a fantastic European beech. Make sure you give them plenty of good drainage. With the beeches, you don't want to put them in an area where they're going to get wet feet like many of the Japanese maples.
Now, these are going to work up to zone 8. Give them good drainage like Tim was saying. And just phenomenal plants to be growing. I mean, the European beeches are popular for good reason. They're heavily sought after in most garden settings, and they just bring a lot of structure to the garden. I like to use these to kind of help build some of the bones and architecture of your garden and then fill out around it because it really makes quite a presence there, especially with some age. All right, guys, last up, but certainly not least on the table, we've got Acer palmatum Kurohime.
Yeah, this is a plant that had recently sold out on our website, but we found another set here at the nursery, so we wanted to make it available as quickly as possible because this plant is extremely popular. The springtime color on this can really give you some nice pink purples in the early spring, fading to an emerald bluish kind of green, and then new growth flushes during the summer are almost pink purple as it comes across over top of that darker green color.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of this one. This is a great tree for bonsai or container gardening, or just an area where you want a small Japanese maple. It is super colorful. I like it a lot for that midsummer color. You kind of get greener, older growth with then pink flushes on top of that. Now, the name Kurohime means dark red or black princess. It is a real dark color that can really show up in the garden. I'm a huge fan of the way this one looks. You know, it pairs well with any of the Hime forms, so any of the other princesses are going to look great with this. In fact, you can start your own Disney princess collection. We'll just have the whole princess lineup. I got 2 daughters, so anything with a princess in it's always going to be popular.
Yeah, it makes a great container plant. It's very underrated for its fall color as well. This plant really gives you some bright orange reds in the fall, and it's just unique in its style because it really has that really small leaf. It'd be great for bonsai, great for containers, but it has a more upright habit to it, which is very unusual and different for some of those maples that have that Hime name to it. A lot of those have more of that horizontal branching, where Kurohime has a more upright habit to it.
Hey, forget about the cut flowers this Valentine's. You can send them real plants. They last longer. They're going to be a lot of fun. So if you find something you like here on Lieutenant Tim, we can get it on the way very quickly. You can always let them know. We've got some special plants arriving for you very soon. If not, check out our gift card section. It's a great way to give the gift of gardening to a loved one, and they make great gifts for moms.
Yeah. Japanese maples, we love them. We love sharing this with you. We really appreciate you watching today's video. Appreciate those people who got involved in the live chat this morning as well. We work very hard to actually put this content out here for you and make these trees available for you. And we love getting these cool plants that we're so passionate about in your garden.
Hey guys, get those Mayday fingers ready. It's going to be a fun day. Best of luck to everybody there. I know we joke about that, but from the heart, we try to make it as easy as possible. And we always try to let people know up front when things are listed. They're at 10 a.m., so it's no secret there. And our goal is always to get the coolest things and to get them out there to gardeners. That's our goal here at Mr. Maple. So we hope you're enjoying these 10 at 10s. They kind of showcase just some interesting fun plants. But don't forget, these are just 10 of the 20. If you sign up for our weekly email, you'll get that full listing.
Take care. God bless.
And have a great day.